We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. He'll get that to his tight end, Ben Sinnott.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Dobbs headed in motion. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniel. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And the Cowboys are going to have it just past their 25.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
1st and 10. Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. And he's going to lose yardage on this return. Tried to retreat, but is covered up. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Play action. Here's Daniels. He's going to keep it himself.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
They face 2nd down and 7. The man in motion is Watson. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Putting the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver. Leads to a real nice run after catch and brings up 1st down.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. He will find Thomas. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He'll try and throw for it. That one intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Tyke Smith, to the 20. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick 6 to make it a 6-0 lead.
And, Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They were able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. We are through 1. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. I would imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. They get 19 on that pass play. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
To the air again is Daniels. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. handoff as they try to run it here. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it's going to be third down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. This is caught at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Commanders. That his first touchdown of the new year. York, good on the extra point. And the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle. 3rd down and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
The man in motion is Watson. On 1st and 10, here's Daniel. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st down, Daniel. This one, up top for Dobbs.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
Now a give up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Dobbs headed in motion. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this ball incomplete on third down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This has been a first half to forget on their offensive side of the ball. It just seems like it's been a snowball effect. Bad plays are leading to even worse plays, and that sack being the largest setback in the game that's been full of it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. A throw on the move is caught. They get 16 on that connection. 1st down, Washington. They send the tight end in motion. Daniels now on 1st down. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Dobbs headed in motion. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd and 6. Dobbs headed in motion. Keeping in the air, here's Daniels. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Washington. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that'll be a pickup of 3. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And they finally get him down, but not before he's inside the 20. What a return.
All right, so if you're going to be a kick returner in the National Football League, you need these 2 things. Balance, vision, and yes, speed doesn't hurt too much either. And all 3 of those were evident there. I mean, what a return that was to set his guys up, starting this drive inside the red zone. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got it.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
I think at this point in the game, prior to that 3rd down call, the coach is telling his quarterback, hey, you got 2 downs. This is 4-down territory, but that last completion, I think, saves him from having to make that decision, at least for the time being, barring any penalties. Now, they got 3 or 4 plays to try to end this one with a touchdown.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Mitchell. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Dobbs headed in motion. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers in secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards.
That's caught downfield. Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a run on 1st down. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Dobbs headed in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's close to the 1st down. Gets 4 yards on the game, but it will bring up 3rd down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Try to pick this one up on the ground. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting...
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sandristill. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Washington. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. York, good on the extra point. And the Commanders will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts at the 13. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Tyke Smith.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing. Inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. Here's second and 2. The man in motion is Watson. Throwing on second down, Daniel. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try to run this one in. To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And some space opens as he's brought down following up. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on 3rd down. Brings up 4th, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got a receiver, that's Woods. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Quick hitting slant there. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw yet again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They hook up again, 2nd time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
They'll look to throw again. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Hayden Mitchell. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. This drive will start on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. That one thrown quickly. Watson on the RPO. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 3rd and 9. Tight end going in motion here. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
They'll go with a counter on 1st down. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And fortunately for the Commanders, and now the referee, looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down. They'll stay on the ground. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Washington. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They get the victory away from home in the division. This is so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.